Stop wasting time, master this skill instead. Rohn. The clock is ticking. When Eva Martinez sat at her desk in the cramped home office she'd converted from a closet, she felt more strapped for time than strapped for cash. Her fledgling digital marketing agency had potential, but she couldn't seem to get ahead of the endless to-do list. Every morning she vowed, "Today I'll be productive." And every night she collapsed exhausted, convinced she'd wasted yet another day. In her heart, she believed deeply in Jim Rohn's words, "Time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time." But knowing that Evan, agreeing with it, passionately hadn't helped her magically carve out extra hours, what she lacked was the one skill that turns minutes into milestones. That skill was prioritization, and until Eva mastered it, she would remain trapped on the hamster wheel of busy work. The wake-up call. Ava's turning point came on a sweltering August morning. She'd overslept her alarm, scrambled through emails, and missed a client call. By lunchtime, her inbox had ballooned to 127 unread messages. A half-finished blog post stared accusingly from her screen. She felt her pulse quicken. She remembered Ron's challenge. Either you run the day, or the day runs you. Suddenly, she realized she'd been letting each day run her. She was reacting to every ping and notification, instead of proactively steering her hours. That afternoon, she closed her laptop and did something radical. She pulled out a sheet of paper and wrote, in big letters, "What one skill will move my business forward most today?" She stared at the blank paper for a full minute, letting the questions sink in. Finally, she wrote, "Client onboarding process." That single decision changed everything. From scatter to scale, Ava spent her evening mapping every step in her client onboarding, from initial contact to first deliverable. She discovered gaps, redundancies, and tasks no one needed to do. In one 3-hour session, she shaved a full day's work out of a process that had once taken a week. By focusing on the one highest leverage area, she freed time to pursue marketing, partnerships, and strategy. This was the essence of mastering Jim Rohn's teaching. Success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. The fundamentals here were simple: clarity, knowing exactly what mattered most; cut, removing or automating everything else; craft, building a repeatable, refined process. When Ava applied those steps, she didn't just save hours, she gained momentum. The art of the pause. Rohn often said, "Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job." Ava realized this also meant taking deliberate pauses. Instead of jumping into her next task immediately, she scheduled 3 strategic pause blocks each day. Morning reflection, 15-minute review, top 3 priorities. Midday reset, 10-minute, quick walk or stretch to refocus. Evening debrief, 20-minute, journal wins, lessons, and plan tomorrow. At first, the pauses felt like breaks from real work, but each one sharpened her focus. The morning reflection ensured she never lost sight of her single, most important skill per day. The midday reset cleared mental clutter, and the evening debrief turned flitting insights into lasting improvements. Within weeks, Ava's stress plummeted, her productivity soared. Clients noticed faster turnaround, referrals spiked. She was living proof that mastering one metaskill, self-management, could transform chaos into clarity. Prioritization as a superpower. Every entrepreneur wrestles with everything matters, but Rohn taught, if you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. Ava sketched her life plan on a whiteboard. Business growth, hit $10,000 month revenue. Personal health, run 3 times a week. Learning and growth, read 1 business book monthly. Relationships, weekly, date night with partner. Then she assigned each goal to specific tasks and ruthlessly prioritized them. She turned her whiteboard into a living roadmap. High ROI tasks, client strategy sessions, lead magnet creation; high impact habits, exercise, reading; delegatable tasks, social media scheduling, bookkeeping. Everything else went into a someday maybe list. By mastering prioritization, Ava regained control over her time and her destiny. Building the 80-20 Tao. Rohn championed the Pareto principle. 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Ava formalized this into her daily activity optimization Tao framework. Identify the 20% of tasks yielding 80% of revenue or impact. Automate or delegate the remaining 80% of low-value tasks. optimize continuously via weekly reviews. She hired a virtual assistant to handle email triage and calendar bookings. She used simple automation tools to route social leads into her CRM. Suddenly, she spent only 2 hours a day on routine tasks, freeing for extra hours for growth initiatives. Within 3 months, her agency's monthly revenue jumped by 65%. The magic wasn't in working harder, it was in working smarter, defeating the time thieves, procrastination, perfectionism, distractions. Rohn called these the time thieves. Ava confronted each procrastination. She set micro-deadlines, 30-minute sprints on calendar blocks. Perfectionism. She adopted a good-enough launch mindset. Done is better than perfect. Distractions. She implemented digital boundaries, no social apps during work blocks. Phone on Do Not Disturb. She even created a red zone sign outside her office door. When it was up, household members knew she was in flow and shouldn't be interrupted. By systematically neutralizing these thieves, Ava reclaimed an extra 10 to 12 hours per week. The power of leverage. Jim Rohn reminded us, give more in value than you take in payment. Ava saw leverage as more than just monetary return. It was about impact per hour. She launched a weekly Ask Me Anything livestream where she shared her time mastery journey. In 1 hour, she reached hundreds of potential clients and built her authority, something her one-on-one consultations couldn't match. She repurposed that content into blog posts, email sequences, and lead magnets. A single live stream generated enough material to fuel her marketing for weeks. Now her time spent on content creation yielded exponential returns. Momentum multiplier. Momentum begets momentum, Rohn said. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Ava locked in for daily disciplines. Morning priority block. Deep work on her number one task. Midday check-in. Review progress and adjust. Afternoon outreach. Client calls or networking. Evening reflection. Journal and plan. No deviations. Even on tough days, she honored the blocks, tweaking duration but never skipping. Her discipline created unstoppable momentum. New clients flowed in. Her confidence soared. Soon she was mentoring other entrepreneurs in her mastermind.